No, Barry Kistler out there rooting on everybody. Green flag is out. Joe Job going to look to the outside. Christopher Cash going to go all the way down to the inside. He's going to keep it straight into the wall. Goes to the outside. 3 wide for the race lead. The 186 and the number 39. Chris Cash can't seem to get it off the wall, though. He's going to drop all the way down to P number 4. Here comes one of the Lamb brothers. He's not going to make it easy for him now. As right now, everybody is sitting nice and pretty. Looks like Trevor Dodke able to get the green flag. And Trevor Dodke taking over the race lead with Joe Job sitting P number 2. Christopher Cash dropping all the way back to P number 4. Not sure what's going on with him. Started on the pole, dropped all the way back there already. But it's all Trevor Dodke to the front. So far, Trevor Dodke looks like one of the drivers that could be one to beat, as he is pulled out to a 1.02 second lead over Joe Job. You can see the distance there. Towards the back, though, Nicholas Lamb, Dustin Lamb, or Nicholas Lamb, Jacob Lamb, and Christopher Cash. 3-car battle for P number 5. Oh, the cut down technique. I thought maybe Chris Cash had the momentum. Just not able to get there, but it's going to be another close finish for P number 4. P number 3 is Nicholas Lamb going to be able to get it done. Warm up getting ready to ensue. We're going to go ahead and turn the cameras down, or turn the microphones down, and turn the iRacing cars up, and we're going to give you a little bit of "You Love to Hear It." We'll be right back. All right, hopefully you guys enjoyed the sights and sounds of the 305s going around I-55. Go ahead and bring up tonight's grid. It's going to be PJ Popham in the number 2 machine, starting on the pool. Stephen Perkins in the number 11, starting P number 2. Gary Mansberger starting P number 3, and the number 86, or 013, 86 on the screen. Zach Bremer starting P number 4 and the number 24. Trevor Nocky starting P number 5 in the number 39. Jason Haynes in P number 6 in the number 66. Joe Job in P number 7 in the number 186. Nicholas Lamb in the number 5. Or it should be Eric Dean in the number 53, starting P number 8. Nicholas Lamb in 9th in the number 5 machine. Josh Notke in 10th in the number 113, Jacob Lamb. And the number 20 machine in P number 11 in rounding up to 12 car field is going to be Christopher Cash in P number 12. That's going to be your starting lineup here for tonight's race. Stephen Perkins. PJ Popham going to lead these drivers to the green flag for the first time here for the feature race. 30 laps the distance down to turn number 1, side by side. PJ Popham all the way up to the top shelf, giving Stephen Perkins the inside. PJ using that outside to his advantage, keeping that momentum up. They're going to be side by side for a whole lap. And here we go. Battles all over the racetrack. I'm going to go ahead and go look back here with Gary Mansberger almost 3 wide between a couple of these drivers. It looked like the number 39 got into the back of the number 86 machine. Is the 39 of Trevor Nocky trying to do what he can to get around, just not able to do so. Got a little bit of damage on that rear end of the number 86 machine. Trevor Nocky had to really slow it up there to not get in the rear of Gary Mansberger yet again. Side by side, Jason Haynes and Trevor Nocky, though. Jason Haynes up on the outside. He using that top shelf to his advantage. Going to be side by side again with Trevor Nocky. Just not able to get the power down slide job. Jason Haynes is going to follow suit. Jason Haynes is going to use that outside to his advantage again. Zach Bremer, though, getting a pass for P number 3 from Gary Mansberger. Gary down on the inside. Can't get the bottom to rotate too much sideways from the number 24. Contact. Jason Haynes up in the outside wall. Able to keep the car straight. No broken wheel. Thankfully for Jason Haynes there. That could have been really devastating. But able to keep it green. Jason Haynes back into the wall. He's going to lose a little bit of time. Trevor Nocky up to P number 3. Was able to get around Gary Mansberger and kind of pull away. Stephen Perkins not letting PJ Popham go at any point in time. As I get a track map up there for everybody, you can see the gaps between a lot of these drivers. Yellows, there's a bigger battle. Orange, they're in the bubble. Or orange, there's a bigger battle. Yellow, they're almost there. Joe Job all over the back bumper of Gary Mansberger. Pretty much wherever Gary Mansberger's putting that car, that is exactly where Joe Job is going. Going to go to the top shelf. Nobody home. Not going to be able to get the momentum down and get around. Here comes Jason Haynes. He knows how to use the thing on that high side, as he's going to look to make the pass on Joe Job. There's the battle. Look at the momentum that Jason Haynes is carrying. Jason Haynes had to get off the throttle, and we have a first caution. 14 laps in out of 15. Out of 30. It's going to be Jacob Lamb. As we're going to go ahead and go back to a quick CRN replay, see what happened to the number 20 machine. Going to go ahead and slow down here. Overcorrects right in front of the leaders. Stephen Perkins getting in the back of them. Yard sale for the number 11 machine. He's going to have to go in and get that car repaired. And down to the inside goes Jacob Lamb. And just ended up getting it spun on around. Let's go to bring out our first yellow of the night. Not gonna lie, 14, 15 laps. That's an actual pretty good job. But nonetheless, I mean, you know, thankfully, all of that worked out to an advantage. Green flag is out once again. There's everybody bottlenecked. Eric Dean all the way down to the inside. Get my cursor here. He's trying to make his way up to the front. He's currently sitting P at number 5, working on Joe Job. Eric Dean struggled for the first part of the season, but so far has came in and done what he needs to do. He's got a couple of podium finishes here in the heart of the outside wall. He's going to take it right down to the inside lane. Wants to stay out of that slick stuff. Nonetheless, able to keep it straight. Is Eric Dean having a lot of trouble keeping that car underneath of him. PJ Popham, though, has set the pace. PJ Popham has checked out, said bye-bye, see you later. As Stephen Perkins having to battle back through the field after having to go in, taking that fast repair, getting that front wing back onto that number 11 machine. He's using that inside lane to his advantage. Look at him all the way down by that wall, trying to get around Zach Bremer. Just not able to do so. They're bottlenecked up on the top side. 4 on the top, 1 down on the inside is all the way down. Oh, we got issues. The 53 and 113 getting together. The 53 going to probably come up to a stop. Not sure where he's at. Yellow flag is out. We're going to go ahead and take a quick CRA replay here. See what happened to the number 53 machine. So you see him up here on the top shelf. It bit on Joshua Naki's car. Eric Dean got in the back of him. And right here, they just kept playing ping pong with each other. Eric Dean going to hit the wall. Zach Bremer getting a piece. And it doesn't look like a tail link is broken on that number 53 machine. So, not sure what happened to the number 53. Or maybe the toe link is broken. I can see the wheels kind of turned there, but not 100% sure. We're going to go ahead and back to the live side of things. So Eric Dean getting that fast repair taken. He is back on out here with the group. PJ Popham is your race leader. 23 laps out of 30. Single file restarts. Green flag is back underway. Trevor Naki looking out of the inside. PJ Popham got that outside momentum on a rolling. They're not going to be able to get there and challenge him for the race lead. Stephen Perkins making his way back to the top 4. Trying to get back into that podium position where he has stayed all along. Got to get around Gary Mansberger for P number 3. Battle for P and number 3 here. Battling, getting heated up. PJ Popham into the way outside wall. That's something you don't really see between the number 2 machine. Oh, there's a little bit of contact. 39 and 2. Get a little bit spicy up here in front of all their competitors. That's going to help them out a lot. Get them all caught up. But nonetheless, Trevor, both of them able to keep it clean and to keep it straight. 2 laps to go, this time by at I-55. Down into turn number 3 and 4. PJ Popham with the race lead, a white flag this time by. Next one is going to end the race. Who's it going to be? It's going to be the number 2 getting the win. Stephen Perkins coming back up to a P number 3 finish. All the way through the field, and everybody has done it once again. PJ Popham going to be your respected race winner here tonight. PJ Popham immediately taking it down into pit lane. Probably going to hit up the I-55 victory lane. Get a nice little picture of it. But nonetheless, still a great and fantastic race here tonight. I'm going to go ahead and bring up the race results here for everybody. There we go. PJ Popham with the race win. Trevor Notke in P number 2. Stephen Perkins in 3rd. Gary Mansberger in 4th. Joe Job in 5th. Nicholas Lamb in 6th. Joshua Notke in 7th. Zach Bremer in 8th. Jason Haynes in 9th. Christopher Cash running at your top 10. Eric Dean in P number 11. And Jacob Lamb running out your 12th car field. I think this is the time where we get our rate our top 3 into the broadcast booth and get a little bit of insight from them. I'm going to go ahead and grab the number 11 machine of Stephen Perkins. If I just can't find this man. There we go. We got him here. Going to go ahead and bring him on in the broadcast booth. That's going to be the number 11 of Stephen Perkins. Stephen, still in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yep, I can hear you.
All right, buddy. It was a tough break there towards the beginning of the race with that first caution coming on out and you getting collected and involved. But nonetheless, you were able to battle your way back up to a top 3 finish. As season's winding down, I-55 in the 305s, able to come all the way back from the back, all the way up to P number 3.
Yeah, it was pretty unfortunate, but I mean, that stuff happens sometimes. So I was just happy I was able to figure something out and get back up towards the front.
Yeah, you were thankful enough to have some issues in front of you, and you passed 4 cars in a span of like 2 seconds, able to get yourself back up into that position, and then that late race caution with Eric Dean coming to a stop on the racetrack. That kind of gave you another spark of kindle and fire, able to get around to Gary Mansberger there on the last corner.
Yeah, I wasn't for sure if I was going to be able to get around Gary. He ran a really good race tonight, I guess. But he was pretty fast. I was just trying to be as patient as possible, not ruin both of our races, but just waiting for that one mistake that I figured was probably coming. It was getting down to the last laps. Everybody gets nervous around that time, so I just waited patiently and seen the opportunity and was able to get by him.
Yeah, you ran a good race. Next week, though, I believe... All right, I'm back here. Sorry about that. Believe next week we have the... Looking at it now, we're 1 week behind. So we got Knoxville next week in the late models. It's going to be a 1-lane track. Is that something that you're going to look forward to next week?
Yeah, I'm pretty much looking forward to it. I don't think it'll be too bad. Just have to keep my head down and try to stay out of accidents. Try to keep that points championship in my name. So.
All right. Well, Steven, before we let you get on out of here, is there anybody on that number 11 machine you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I'd like to shout out ESR Racing. That's my race team, and shout out Eric Dean, JoJo. They ran a good race tonight, and Unlimited Landscaping, Madison Perkins Photography, and shout out my wife and son.
All right, Steven, we're going to go ahead and let you get on out of here. Celebrate that third place finish here tonight, and we'll be seeing you again next week.
All right. Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, this is going to be our third place finisher of Steven Perkins. We'll go ahead and grab our second place finisher of Trevor Notke in the number 39 machine. Trevor, this is Dylan in the broadcast booth to get a copy.
Yes, sir.
All right, buddy. I didn't think you were going to be a factor there until all these cautions started coming out. Then all of a sudden, you and PJ Popham had a little bit of a race of your own going on. You guys ended up pulling out to a little bit of a lead, and you guys checked out. You guys got a little bit spicy there, collecting tires on tires there, but nonetheless, kept it both clean, didn't wreck each other, and you come home with the P number 2 here tonight.
Yeah, after qualifying and actually honestly practice, I figured I was going to be a field filler tonight, but unfortunately I was able to put something together and tweak my settings a little bit and was able to pull out a second place finish.
Hey, you pulled it out. You ran a great race. I didn't get to ask Steven Perkins this, but was it a top dominant track, or is that where you went to play your defensive moves, or was it wherever you felt like you wanted to put the car was the right place at the right time?
I thought it was going to be the top, honestly, in qualifying and practice, but after the track kind of slicked off there, I kind of found the middle line there and just ran that and was able to pick up some speed and pull off second. So
yeah, definitely can't be too mad about it. Next week, though, we go to Knoxville in the Pro Late Models. How are you feeling about that one next week?
I'm excited about it. I like Knoxville a lot. It's pretty wide. Can be pretty racy, but you can also get behind in a hurry if you aren't on the up to speed. So
yeah, definitely going to be something to watch out for. But Trevor, before we let you get on out of here, is there anybody on that number 39 machine you'd like to give a shout out to?
I just got to give a shout out to my teammates at Black Lungs Motorsports, RDR Services, and Freedom Race Lifts. So,
all right, Trevor, we're going to go ahead and let you get on out of here, and hopefully we get to talk to you again next week.
Absolutely, thank you.
All right, this is going to be our second place finisher of Trevor Notke. Going to go ahead and bring up the first place finisher, and that's going to be PJ Popham. PJ, this is Dylan in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
I got you.
All right, so you pretty much left right. You left off right where we ended our bye week, and that's putting it back into victory lane. Nonetheless, I mean, you put it on pole for qualifying. Didn't have to race your way in through the heats. Sat pretty much good the whole night. Track started off a little slick, but it was not slick enough for you to not be able to tame. Is there anything that you can't do in a 305, or are we just going to have to put you on an oval track and see what the 305 can do on oval?
The qualifying is very important in this league, so being able to start up front, every week is makes it a lot easier. So you don't have to worry about going through traffic and just kind of get out front and run your race. So.
Yeah, you do bring up a good point. Qualifying does mean everything. That's just how it is completely, especially when you're going through different stages in the race. But it seemed like you were the one to use that high side to your advantage. I've seen you maybe get in the wall once or twice. It got a little bit hairy there with the number 39, able to keep it all straight and keep it pointing the right way. In your opinion, was it a top lane track, or did you think maybe the middle or the bottom were the way to go?
The bottom was definitely the way to go. When it slicks off, you're able to keep your momentum up enough that the high line can't, get around you. So, ran the high side a little bit when the race was winding down to see if maybe it had migrated up top, but it hadn't. That's how the 39 got to my back door. So then we tried to close the door on him and got a little hairy there. So, but we were able to keep it going and bring home the win.
Able to bring home yet another race win here tonight. Knoxville next week in the Pro Late Models. I know we're going to see you out there. Pretty much a one-lane track. Just like Steven and Trevor said, you can get behind in a hurry if you don't stay with the program. So hopefully we get to see that number 2 machine out there next week.
Yes, hopefully. I'm usually not very good at Knoxville, but we'll give her heck.
All right, PJ, before we let you get on out of here, is there anybody on that number 2 machine you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I just got to thank all my sponsors, Pacer Sign and Design, Upfront Bodies, DM Race Engines, Flawless Auto Body, Elysian Salon, Sullivan Brothers Construction, Realtor Dusty Popham, my dad, and my fiance Katie for letting me drive in circles. So I just got to thank everybody that's part of this number 2 team.
All right, PJ, we're going to go ahead and let you get on out of here. Celebrate that win once again, and hopefully we'll talk to you again next week.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right, that's going to do it for our race winner here tonight. And that's going to do it for my broadcast here tonight with the CRN broadcasting crew. Make sure you guys tune in, follow along with everything that CRN has to offer. I want to give a big shout out to Christopher Cash for letting CRN come on board for their winter series. Can't wait to see how that goes. I will not be in the broadcast booth. That'll be Jimmy Covert in the broadcast booth for that one. But Lucky Dog coming back on Wednesday nights. You're going to see me in the broadcast booth on Wednesday nights. And then I'm going to be down on the track with them for their truck series on Thursday night. So I finally get to do a little bit of racing. Now I get to see what I look like out there on the racetrack. It's been a while since I've been able to see myself out there racing against other competitors. I want to give a big shout out to 25 Cinematography, Lobster Boys Food Truck, Cash Customs, Nana Cash's Antiques, and Elite Performance Industries, powered by the shop and Team Conti. And Sean English, Devin Morgan for providing the lead setups. Make sure, if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe to the channel. Share with your mom, your dad, your dog, your cat, your hamster, whatever kind of animal that you have. Make sure you guys share it on around. Give it all they got there to help support CRN as we grow more and more every single day. Make sure you guys tune in to the other stream going on right now with John Obinger and I believe Brendan Pold in the broadcast booth for Tuesday nights in the Xfinity series. As they get ready to tackle, I believe, North Wilkesboro. So make sure you guys tune into all that one. Definitely going to be a fun show to have and watch. But that's going to do it for myself here in the broadcast booth. My name is Dylan for CRN, and make sure you guys take care. Brush your hair.